Hi, I'm Hudson,
I'm David.
and we are SpotLite Digital Annotations. So we're going to start by talking through the ways in which SpotLite is lighting a path for classroom reading.
The problem with English classes right now is that students find it really hard to understand English reading assignments the way the teachers want them to, and they also lack perspective as they're reading through their books, and it is really hard to comprehend the subject without the teacher being present.
So SpotLite's solution. SpotLite is a social annotations tool which allows multiple users to digitally share their annotations on a text. SpotLite allows English teachers to guide their students in the right direction using questions, highlighting, and other tools that will appear throughout the text. These unique features enable students to share their ideas and gain a shared perspective throughout the text.
So there are already other tools that are taking annotations online, and they are Hypothesis, Kami, and now Common.
But while these methods of online annotation do already exist, none of them function as dynamically or smoothly as SpotLite. And more importantly, none of them are suitable or intended for the classroom. SpotLite breaks this trend by providing students and teachers with the ability to access and utilize each other's annotations real time. This unique feature makes SpotLite a befitting website for both in-class and at-home learning. As innovators today aim to move students towards a much stronger base in digital learning, SpotLite makes it our goal to fully bring classroom annotations to the online realm, setting a foundation for a new generation of digital annotations. So moving on to our actual website, here is our homepage with our logo, and as you can see, we have the student and teacher sign-ins here. So theoretically, this would look different for the teacher and the student, and it would take you to different pages. We have our mission on our homepage. This essentially says the same things that we've already gone over. We have our SpotLite team, and then we have our little sub bar. So walking through the 5 major headings up here, starting with books, this takes you to your books that you have. In this case, these are just a few examples. Classes is a way that teachers or students are able to view the classes that they either teach or are enrolled in. This little plus button will allow you to add another one. And from here you can see your books, you can see the shared annotations from that class, and you can see the list of members. Moving on to tools, so these are our literary tools. All of these are grayed out because there's nothing here at the moment, but if you click on symbol, you can see this is just a little prototype / example. It basically will just give you the definition of that literary thing that might be marked in your text somewhere that you might want to mark. The help tab here does not have anything yet, but in the future that'll just be a basic help tab that helps you navigate the website. And our search bar here will be just search the website, which doesn't function obviously yet.
Navigating to the Classes tab. So here in the Classes tab, you can see the books, shared annotations, and members that you have in your class. By clicking on books, you can see the book that you're currently reading, the comments, annotations, and notes that the students have made. So the first highlight the student made is a characterization note. This says, this might influence her perspective and how she views the world. So on the right, you can see toggle and turn off or turn on the highlights. By clicking on that, you can turn on or turn off the annotations that the other students have made, just to make it easier to read. On the right, you can see the text, the highlighting tool, which is a pencil, the connection tool, which you can use to make connections to somewhere earlier in the text or later in the text, the comment tool, which you can add a comment for your peers or your teacher, and the question tool, which you can raise questions for yourself or for the class as a whole. Here we can see the shared annotations, and in theory, this would be folders of all the annotations the students have made under these literary elements. So going to characterization, we can find the exact same quote the student has highlighted before, but now it's organized here, and each characterization quote will be organized here as well.
I'm Hudson. My role on the team is both a designer and handling sort of the business aspect. So my experience with design, I have taken a graphic design course this year, and I plan to continue taking it next year. And as for business, I plan on being the head of the robotics business sub-team next year.
I'm David, and I am in charge of making the website for SpotLite. This will be one of my first projects, and we'll be working closely with Dr. Day to finish this project, and he's already giving me some guidance on how to start it.
In order to bring SpotLite to the real world, we first plan on bringing it to a published site. Now, at this point, it is just on an Adobe XD prototype, but David is going to work on that. We plan on pitching SpotLite to English teachers and asking them for feedback, which we already have done. We've gotten feedback from an English teacher and from a librarian. We need to figure out how to import books, which David is working on with Dr. Day, and we need to implement a purchasing system. And last but not least, we need to test SpotLite with our students at our school. That's all that SpotLite has for now, but over the next year we plan to make SpotLite come to life and bring students the digital annotation tool that they deserve. Thank you.